Hello everyone, my name is M.Rafli.S from Management Class 22B with NPM 22411158 Class of 2022. Here I will explain a little about understanding the role of industrial relations in organizations. Basic concepts of industrial relations. Eade and Metcalfe argue that industrial relations is a combined approach of attitudes and approaches of employers and workers towards each other with regard to planning, monitoring, directing and unifying the activities of an arrangement with less and less mutually beneficial cooperation. Efforts for the welfare of others. In a broad sense, industrial relations includes all relationships established by business companies with various levels of society such as workers, the state, customers and the communities with which they come into contact. In a narrow sense, it refers to all types of relationships between superiors and employees, trade unions and management, workers and trade unions, as well as between workers and workers. It also includes all types of relationships at both formal and informal levels in the organization. Basic concepts of industrial relations. Various concepts of industrial relations. The essence of good industrial relations lies in the creation of good working relationships that provide a forum for understanding each other, superiors and employees, well. Creates cooperative thinking and works to achieve organizational goals. Good industrial relations improve the morale of entrepreneurs and their efforts in giving maximum. Each thinking of the common interest, they pave the way for the introduction of new methods, developments and lead to the adoption of modern technology. The main concepts of industrial relations are preservation and promotion of workers' economic interests together with social interests. Peace and productivity go hand in hand. Efforts to reduce industrial disputes and promote peace are a necessity. The relationship between superiors and employees must be made healthy and developing. Running the industry. Daily work must be made more democratic by increasing worker participation. Producing products at very competitive prices so that the country can increase exports and improve our economy. Bringing a mental revolution to management. Job union. Trade unions, labor unions or organizations formed from, by and for workers, laborers both in the company and outside the company, which are free, open, independent, democratic and responsible in order to fight for, defend and protect the rights and interests of workers and improve the welfare of workers, laborers and their families. A trade union, labor union federation is a combination of trade unions, labor unions. A trade union, labor union confederation is a combination of trade union, labor union federations. Job union. Functions of trade unions, labor unions, federations and confederations of trade unions, labor unions have the following functions. A. As a party in making collective work agreements and resolving industrial disputes. B. As a representative of workers, laborers in cooperation institutions in the field of employment according to their level. Circa as a means of creating harmonious, dynamic and fair industrial relations in accordance with applicable laws and regulations. D. As a means of channeling aspirations in fighting for the rights and interests of its members. E. As planner, implementer and person in charge of worker, labor strikes in accordance with applicable laws and regulations. F. As a representative of workers, laborers in fighting for share ownership in the company. Negotiation. Definition of negotiation. Negotiation is a bargaining process by negotiating to reach a mutual agreement between one party, group or organization, and another party, group or organization. Negotiation is a form of social interaction that aims to reach a mutual agreement so that both parties mutually agree and benefit. According to the Oxford Dictionary, negotiation is a way to reach an agreement through formal discussion. Negotiation is a process when two parties reach an agreement that can satisfy all interested parties with elements of cooperation and competition. Negotiation goals: achieving a mutual agreement that has the same perception, understanding and agreement, achieving a solution or way out of existing problems, and achieving mutually beneficial conditions, so that no one feels disadvantaged. Benefits of negotiation: creating cooperation between parties to achieve their respective goals. Mutual understanding can arise between the negotiating parties. Creation of an agreement that benefits all negotiating parties. The formation of positive interactions between negotiating parties can then have a wider impact on more people. Negotiation. Types of negotiations: there are several types of negotiations which are differentiated based on the situation, number of negotiators, and based on profits and losses. The following are several types of negotiations complete with their meanings and definitions. Formal negotiations are negotiation activities carried out to obtain an agreement by taking legal action. Informal negotiations are negotiations that can be carried out anywhere without requiring legal action. Negotiations with a mediator are negotiations carried out by two or more negotiators so that every decision and negotiation process will require a neutral mediating party. Negotiations without a mediator are negotiations that are carried out without requiring the assistance of a mediator and are generally only carried out between two parties. Collaborative negotiations is a type of negotiation where all parties involved voice their opinions and desires, so that there is a collaboration of interests and desires to get the best solution. Domination negotiations are a type of negotiation that will only benefit one party and the other party will not gain much. Accommodation negotiations are negotiations where each party negotiating will only gain a small benefit, and the opposing party may even gain a lot. Lose-lose negotiations are negotiations carried out to not continue a conflict or new conflict. So, each party will choose to resolve the problem with a cool head. This is my explanation regarding understanding the role of industrial relations in organizations. I end with Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.